During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have my penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
Lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And welcome aboard, everybody, to the Revenge of the Cis radio program. It's Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Great, it's Wednesday. I don't know, it's March something, which is
27th,
cool.
2019.
27th, huh? Some year, whatever,
Yeah.
we're here.
March is
We're
almost
queer.
I think they're used to it by now.
We're
though.
getting 8 miles of border wall.
57.
Jesse Smollett's free. I'm never getting my Twitter account back. And Jews are still going to just run the world. So, hey, we won. We got everything.
Have you sent your appeal yet?
No.
Not
I
yet?
said it today, but I'm not getting it back. Even with all the work that's being done behind the scenes, I'm not getting it back because of the you-know-whos. It's not making me any... By the way, not making me any less that sort of person. Right? Like if you... Let's say, right... We played the videotape, right, of the woman calling the guy M-bomb, spitting on the floors.
Yes.
It's generally when you're let's say you're a black person, you're African-American person of middle to upper middle class type of person, and somebody starts calling you that word, it's usually the more rational instinct to go, look, the last thing I want to do is prove this person right. The last thing I'm going to do right now is prove this person right. But in this case, I think I'm just going to be proven right in the case of my Twitter account.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like any normal black guy would go, I'm not going to beat the shit out of this guy. It's very much right now in my heart to do so because I hate that word.
Right.
We're not going to prove this guy right. I'm just going to go get my Cheerios. I'm going to go get online, and I'm going to go back to my house, which is a nice house. Yeah, but I think I'm going to not get it back because of the you-know-whos and the you-know-whats. Like, I don't get it. We got the fucking embassy. You got Golan Heights. What do you want from me? Anyway, welcome aboard, guys.
Facebook bans white nationalism and white separatism today on
Oh,
Motherboard.
boy.
From
Just
Motherboard.
Facebook, though, right? Does this mean it's banned now forever? It's fixed? Racism's fixed, everybody.
Yeah, it's not on Facebook.
Banned white nationalism, so it's gone now. That's how it works?
After a civil rights backlash, Facebook will now treat white nationalism and separatism the same as white supremacy and will direct users who try to post that content to nonprofit that helps people leave hate groups.
Piccolini's group,
So-
Life After Hate. Piccolini's,
so-
Piccolini, the T-shirt salesman.
This is weird here. I'm going to read that last part again because I don't think you guys understand what this implies. And will direct users who try to post that content to a nonprofit that helps people leave hate groups. So, what terms can you not say? Because this means now there's an algorithm out there with certain terms, certain phrases that catch it and send you to a nonprofit group to help you. What is? Can somebody tell? Oh, I hope it tells me what the nonprofit group is so we can trace it back. And a
I
major.
guess it's Life After Hate,
Okay.
and all proceeds go to help Christian Piccolini. I don't know, print more T-shirts that say Life After Hate that he can sell. Just a guess. I don't know. Everybody's a goddamn mugger T-shirt salesman in 2019.
In a major policy shift for a world's biggest social media network, Facebook banned white nationalism and white separatism on its platform Tuesday. Facebook would also begin directing users who try to post content associated with those ideologies to a nonprofit that helps people leave the hate groups, Motherboard has learned. The new policy, which will be officially implemented next week, highlights the malleable nature of Facebook's policy, which governs the speech of more than 2 billion users worldwide. And Facebook still has to effectively enforce the policies if it is going to diminish hate speech on its platform.
So does this also apply to black separatists?
No.
You're kidding me. There's no way. You can't do that.
Well, I'm going to read the article, but from
You
what
can't do that though. You gotta have both. There are blacks in America who believe firmly that they would be better off if we separated and had our own
the Malcolm
chunks
X
of America.
ones, yeah.
I'm not saying that. Let's get that straight, YouTube and Facebook. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in addition to whites that say that, there are blacks that believe that. So are we going to punish the blacks who believe that? Are we going to punish all of the students at colleges who want to have blacks-only viewings of movies and clubs and stuff like that? Are we allowed to... are we going to start hitting people with suspensions for black fraternities? I want to know the answers to the questions.
Last year, a Motherboard investigation found that though Facebook banned white supremacy on its platform, it explicitly allowed white nationalism and white separatism after a backlash from civil rights groups and historians who say
Civil rights groups and I'd like to get a look at some of the names and maybe the faces of some of these.
Well, Mike, I have the article.
Historians and
This is from September.
experts.
I got it. Oh, I got it.
Oh, good. Let's get a look at some of these experts and historians.
This is from 2018 in September. Facebook is reviewing its policy on white nationalism after Motherboard investigation civil rights backlash. Facebook told Motherboard it's currently reviewing its policies on white supremacy and white nationalism and white separatism after a series of meetings with civil rights leaders reported by Motherboard's policy and a forceful letter from a civil rights group formed under the direction of John F. Kennedy. Leaked internal documents to show the moderators are explicit. Okay, let's see if we can find the group here. The idea that they're making distinctions. The idea. Becky Monroe, director of the Stop Hate Project. Can you look up the Stop Hate Project?
Sure. I bet it's a project dedicated to stopping hate.
It's a committee for civil
And they
rights.
stop hate
under
probably.
law.
I guarantee you this is going to be one of those, it's the Stop Hate campaign. We're saving lives by getting guys with 30 followers kicked off Twitter.
The organization was
It's
formed.
UK based.
The organization was formed at the request of John F. Kennedy at the height of the civil rights movement. Monroe told Motherboard the committee met with Facebook over the summer to discuss a letter of commit. Blah 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 blah. After Charlottesville, of course, there's Charlottesville. So yeah, that's the group. That's the group of.
Remember, guys, the deadly Charlottesville rally, where upwards of one person died. I want to establish this. These were not the L.A. riots. These were not the Kent State shootings. This wasn't Tiananmen Square. One person died, and the helicopter crash. That's 2 cops, but. I mean, let's be fair, put gas in the helicopter. So really, one person died, and we're still on this 2 years later. Like, it was tragic. You can go back to the day of the Charlottesville rally, look at my social media posts. I certainly wasn't an edgy boy then. I certainly condemned any violence, and of course, I felt for the parents of the dead girl. I get that. That being said, one fucking person died. One person. And we are still harping on this. 2 years later almost. Still harping on it. Like, I could have died at a rally, and I would have come back from the dead and gone, Jesus Christ, let it go already.
So this is Facebook, what they said today. We've had conversations with more than 20 members of civil society, academics. In some cases, there was civil rights organization experts and rare relations from around the world. Brian Fishman.
Every single time, man. Every single goddamn time.
Policy director.
Every time.
Policy director of counterterrorism at Facebook told us in a phone call, we decided that the overlap between white nationalism and white separatism and white supremacy is so extensive, we really can't make a meaningful distinction between them.
So what we decided to do was start kvetching and just kick everyone off. Everyone off who's white and posts spicy memes. Gone. Get out of here. Beat it, stupid.
And that's because the language and the rhetoric that it used and the ideology that it represents overlaps to a degree that it is a not meaningful distinction. Specifically, Facebook will now ban content that includes explicit praise, support, or representation of white nationalism or separatism. Phrases such as...
Please tell me it's okay to be white is going to be banned.
Phrases such as, I am a proud white nationalist, and immigration is tearing this country apart.
Whoa. Huh?
Just reading it here.
That's not. Oh, this has to be. This has to go to the Supreme Court. This can't be a thing now.
White separatism is the only answer. Will also be banned. According to the company, implicit and coded white nationalism. Implicit and coded.
Can I do that anymore?
Oh, of course.
Are they going to
White
take this from me?
nationalism and white separatism will now be banned immediately. In part because the company said that it's harder to detect and remove.
I just want to kill myself. I can't even be funny anymore. I can't say anything. I'm just going to kill myself.
The decision was...
I'm going to go kill myself.
Yeah, the decision was formally made at Facebook's Content Standards Forum on Tuesday, a meeting that includes representatives from a range of different Facebook departments in which content moderation policies are discussed and ultimately adopted. Fishman told Motherboard that Facebook's COO, Sheryl Sandberg,
it's like...
was involved in the formulation of the new policy, though roughly 3 dozen Facebook employees
2% of the population, ladies and gentlemen. 2%.
1.4.
1.4% of the motherfucking population. Now, I can't even... Do you understand that if blacks were 2% of the population of America... we would run out of blacks before we had to start using whites for athletes again.
I think you're right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you still would only see so many Washingtons and Franklins on the running back squad. You go, oh, you still have, it's we only got 1.4%. Okay, so Jewish people are 1.4% of our population, yet they somehow make up 270% of all of the tech, banking, and media jobs. How is that possible? How is this possible? Like that's if you sent that data to anybody who didn't know the history of planet Earth, they go, yeah, here's the percentage of 1.4%, but they are about 43% of the world's billionaires. They would look at that and go, no, that can't be right. Do me a favor, just
Run the numbers
verify
again.
with HQ, run the numbers through again, and print out a fresh one. This cannot be right. And then they get a second one later. 1.4,
And it's
son
actually,
of a bitch.
You're right. You were wrong. It was actually 46%.
Jumped up 3%. Christ. Wow. Yeah, do something. We just made 3% more Jewish billionaires in the last hour to get to print that.
Fishman said that users who search for or try to post white nationalism, white separatism, or white supremacist content will begin to get a pop-up that will redirect them to a website for Life After Hate, a nonprofit found by ex-white supremacists
Christian Piccolini
that is dedicated to getting people.
By the way,
to leave
you
hate
ever
groups.
hear about the letter that Dylan Roof wrote to Christian Piccolini? It's one of the funniest things ever. So Dylan Roof, who I disavow, who I condemn, who I think is disgusting. I'm not even, whatever. I'm not a racist guy. But, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So Christian Piccolini writes this letter to Dylan Roof, and of course it gets rushed to Dylan Roof because he's Life After Hate, blue checkmark, T-shirt salesman. They run it to Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof wrote one of the most... he wrote back. It was about a page and a half. It was very succinct. It was one of the best go fuck yourself letters I've ever read in my lifetime. It was awesome. It was really funny. But he basically just called him a traitor and told him to go fuck himself and asked him how's life being a traitor and all that shit. It's really funny. All the shit about like how about he it was really good. It was a good letter. But anyway, obviously, again, I do not like Dylan Roof. But it was very funny.
Traitor.
Traitor.
You really cashed in, haven't you? You want to be... it's hard to read because it's actually handwritten, so give me a second here. You've surrounded yourself 100 times worse than the Jews you surrounded yourself with. You couldn't handle the mental stress that comes along with white nationalism, so you took the easy way out. But what is so disgusting about you is that you, rather than just leave white nationalism behind you, you decide to devote your time to undermining your own race. Now you are traveling around Eastern Europe looking for white racial awareness wherever you can find it, because you know there is no racism from whites for you to fight here. I can only imagine the mental hoops you have to jump through, the cognitive dissonance that you must employ on a daily basis. If your book is meant to be an argument against racism or hate, you failed. But that's not your fault, because no logical arguments exist. Small amount of critical thinking, but I'm sure you haven't been doing too much of that lately. Do you reduce that? The only amount you have to... it's really hard to read his handwriting. One of the unforgivable sins is to know the truth and then deny it. I'm unable to understand how you're able to live with yourself. Have fun beating a dead horse. Dylan Roof.
Like I read that on Nightwave one night when it came out. And I was like, you know what, man? I don't look. Again, I am not a white nationalist. Go back and watch 400 episodes of this show. I've always prefaced my statements with, I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not a white identitarian. I don't condone violence. I just don't. I'm not one of these satanic accelerationists that wants a civil war where people die. I don't want to see people die. It's called being a human being. That being said, that's one of the best letters I've ever read in my life.
Very funny.
Like that letter was fire.
Yeah.
Like I read that on Nightwave and I was like, oh shit. Like you can't, you know what I mean? By the way, Joey Shabadoo writes, but you don't get to decide that now, Mersh. I get it, Joey Shabadoo. But for somebody who's prepping for a racial holy war, you sure spend a lot of time watching losers on YouTube. Because you're in here, you're in Nightwave, you watch that faggot Defango. What are you doing to prep for the big civil war? Because I bet you got a belly just like I do. So stop it. Stop going, you're not going to be ready for... Everybody who says that to us. What are you guys doing to prepare for the war? Urban survival. And you're like, what are you doing? You're literally, what are you soft-bellied YouTubers gonna do when the holy war comes? I don't know, you soft-bellied YouTube viewer. You don't get to decide when the urban survival, when the day of the... I'm going to start doing Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson's my
when
favorite.
When the day of the penetration harvest, the white liberal woman gets it. Hell yeah, brother. I've turned into Mel. Mel is now the voice I do to myself when I'm alone. Like, I was doing it in New York. I was doing it to Uber drivers.
Oh, no.
The only reason I didn't record is because, again, you fuckers with your TTS. But I would get in, like, Ubers. And they'd be like, oh, hello. Yes, Michael, you are going to Marriott? And I'd go, hell yeah, brother. And then, like, I would mumble Mel stuff to myself because they're not, they're all foreigners. Yeah. It would always be like some Mexican guy going, with just laughing nervously. And I'd be driving and I'd go, on the day of the penetration harvest, the white liberal woman gets it first. And they'd be like, excuse me? Yeah, could you just stop that 7-Eleven over there?
Got a super chat from LM. I've seen this theme on the news. Treat white nationalists like ISIS because they figured out how to get them off the internet, so that's the new plan.
Hell yeah, brother.
Read Siege.
Oh, fuck.
So you saw that Article 13 also passed?
Yeah. I've been trying to keep up as best I can. You see, I got a lot of my news from Twitter.
Really?
So that's
where do you get news from? Gav now?
Yeah, and I've noticed my attitude's changed a lot. I'm getting more radicalized. See, that's what happens. I'm going to come back more radical than ever. I've been making overtures. We're patching things up with Christopher Cantwell. We're going to start a website with Fox Day and Owen Benjamin called...
Was it Unearthed or what's it called?
Unauthorized.tv.
Whatever.
You know what he said last night?
What did he say?
Can I quote Owen Benjamin?
Sure.
Guys, we're going to be bigger than InfoWars. I don't need them. Unauthorized.tv.
Oh, can I plug it? Because I just got the confirmation.
Is going to be bigger than InfoWars, according to Owen Benjamin. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. And look, InfoWars has been doing some shit lately, and Alex has been doing some shit I'm not thrilled with. That being said, I don't make sweeping, ridiculous declarative statements like,
of course
I'm going to beat InfoWars. Like, what are you, nuts? Even without any platforms, they're bigger than you'll ever be. Vox? Like, what are you, nuts? They were saying in the chat last night, they're like, Vox Day had to be sitting at his house going, stop doing this.
Throwing books.
We're not going to be bigger than them.
Yeah, but let me plug that now because I just got the confirmation. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. after our show, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, 5:30 Central Time, Mike and I will be on the War Room with Harrison Smith. We're gonna be doing an interview on InfoWars tomorrow. It's weird, Owen all of a sudden has a meltdown, and then we get an invite. It's kind of nice, right? So we'll be on tomorrow, and we'll obviously be posting the link and stuff from our social media. Yeah, that did happen. We haven't played this here. I'm sure you covered it a bit, but Owen Benjamin called out Alex Jones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, brother.
You fucking now have to deal with Mel Gibson the entire show. Read Siege.
Yeah, dude, Owen was sieging hard last night. He was doing 8 + 7 - 1.
He's terrible.
Look at his
like
hair.
Legitimately laughable. Like, he won't even have me on now because of the Jew talk. Alex Jones.
His kids are Jewish.
Such a
It's
shill.
just like,
I didn't text him today.
Isn't that a simple thing? You know what I mean? Like, if I was friends with a guy, like, let's say I was friends with Bill Burr. Mm-hmm. Okay? Let's say I was buddies with Bill Burr, and he frequently had me as a guest on Bill Burr's morning podcast, right? Let's say that I did 3 months of N-word talk right? He's got a half black kid. He's got a black wife. Would I be angry if Bill Burr started hearing all of these clips and maybe not having me on his show?
Look, you gotta understand, he's already in a really weird position too. On top of all that, like they're already calling him all these names. You know, if you go after, and by the way, look, man, Owen, you gotta have tact. He has no tact. He's just like, yeah, Jews are just killing people. I'm like, whoa, calm down, Owen. So it's like, yeah, you know, I can't imagine that, you know, Alex has enough problems as it is. He also doesn't need to undertake, you know, Owen Chew Talk
problems.
Benjamin. Yeah.
I said, when no one stood up for you and everyone treated you like garbage, I went on your show to circle the wagons. When you were flipping out about Rogan, I had your back. I said, you should sell your bridge burning business. You'll make more money than your fake boner pills. He was like, well, we should talk. No. You are a disgusting little weasel.
So he did. So wait, you're admitting that Alex even said we should talk?
But this is what I mean.
Why don't you just talk to him?
Because this is what he does. He has admitted that he does this. He admitted it about with Crowder.
Yeah.
He just shuts down and runs away.
Owen, man, you're losing your mind, dude.
Him now. He's had a good handle on things.
Look at his hair.
His JF hair.
He looks like a lunatic.
So for all the people out there that told me, you know, I believe in people until I don't. That's just something you have to understand.
Rough too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
he's
hitting him
aging
really hard.
like
Yeah.
he's on drugs. You know, pretty badly. If I were to guess.
About me. Rogan Retribution? No, it's because of Jew Talk. He's funded by Jews. Like, that's the fact. The fact that I make fun of Jews makes him... When I was doing his show, he had Caller's Call, and one of the guys said, Owen, I'm a big fan of you. Alex will never touch this topic. I don't know why. But can you talk about Israel and why the Congress is being taken over by Israel? And I was like, sure. Alex heard that. I'm never allowed back on again. Am I sad? No. I can't.
Wait, so he took a call while he was hosting InfoWars? Is that what he's saying? And somebody asked about Israel?
Maybe.
I
didn't watch the clip because...
No, I'm not asking you to watch the clip. I'm just saying from what he just said.
Sure. Alex heard that. I'm never allowed back on again. Alex will never touch this topic. I don't know why. But can you talk his show? He had Caller's Call, and one of the guys...
Yeah, when he was guest hosting his show. Yeah, it was on InfoWars. So Alex didn't even do it because he did it because what he says on his own show.
He did it because
he did it on
the
InfoWars.
Jew stuff on his network. Like, no offense, Owen. I don't know if you know this right now, Owen. I don't have a Twitter account, and I'm being actively silenced every day. And the guys that are doing it, most of them are Jewish. So needless to say, buddy, more than ever in my life, I got a thing or two to say about those people. That being said, if I get invited on InfoWars, where Alex Jones, who married a Jewish woman, has Jewish kids, his name
beautiful black daughter.
His name is on. It's his company. Out of respect, dude, I wouldn't go on his thing and go on all the Jew stuff. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't take it personal if that man, who again has Jewish children, said to me, "Hey man, look, can't have you on if you're going to be doing the Jew stuff." Like, that makes sense, right? Would that be mad? Like, I wouldn't go, "How dare you silence me?" It's your company. This is not... Like, again, if we brought some guy on to do a show in the afternoons and that guy just started going Jew, we might go like, "Hey, buddy, do us a favor. You're kind of under our umbrella now. Maybe dial it back." I'm not even saying don't do it, but maybe chill out. So like you said, he did it on his platform, and he's like, "So I can't come on, like, I can't come on your show and talk and blame something your children are half of on all the world's problems?"
Bookie says Harrison is having you on to throw shade on Owen. That's a $2 super chat. And then a $4.99, the worst there'll ever be. We got to be consistent. Alex is doing the same thing to Owen as Joe did to him. I love Alex, but I think he mistreated Owen. No. There's a difference. Joe didn't have Alex on because of something Alex did many years ago on his own time. Alex didn't say anything on Rogan's show or Rogan's network. I think there's a little bit of a difference. InfoWars is Alex's network. You know what I mean? So I would say it's a little different. If this situation was Alex wasn't having Owen on because of the Jew stuff that Owen was saying on his own show,
Yeah, Rogan was.
that would be completely different.
Rogan was being way more disingenuous about why he wasn't having Alex on, and he wasn't having Alex on. I still suspect because the powers that be either told him not to, or because Joe himself said, "If I have Alex on, are they gonna pop my fucking multi-million-dollar gig here on YouTube?" I think that had more to do with it. So Joe was being much more disingenuous. Now, Alex was giving Owen a guest spot on InfoWars to host a show, to represent the brand, to have the fucking logo of the show behind him while he hosted. That's different. That's you're filling in. You're an employee. So yeah, like again, you have a right. Even Joe would like. Let's say Alex was big J woke guy and he was just going off about Jews all the time. And Rogan said, "Look, you can come on, but you got to chill out with the Jew stuff." That's still letting you on. Rogan just wouldn't have him on
At all.
This clearly was him going into business for himself on fucking InfoWars' airwaves, and now he's paying for it. And of course, he has to lash out in typical Owen fashion.
Yeah. And again, we don't think he. We'll say it again because then we get shit no matter what we do. We don't think Owen should have been demonetized. We got shit for saying that. We don't think Owen should have been demonetized. However, if Alex doesn't want that on his network, that's his network, right?
It's just the way I roll, or else I wouldn't be able to function. I have to operate without fear. So my bad about Alex.
Operate without a comb.
No, you fear and a comb.
Maybe a nice razor. Maybe just go get a nice fucking barber. Take a nice visit to the barber.
Get taken care of, bud.
I mean, he's absolutely bought and sold. Just bought and sold, baby. And when I went on Alex Jones, here's a little inside info. Steven Crowder was like, "Do not go on Alex Jones. He's a kook. He's a weirdo. It'll bring your name through the mud. Don't go on Alex Jones. You don't want to be associated with that."
I will say this.
Now they all talk to each other and nobody to Owen. Bunch of clowns. Yeah,
That's true.
it is true.
That is true. But yeah, I will say this about 3 years ago. That almost kind of makes sense. When Owen still wasn't totally blacklisted yet. He wasn't totally nuts. And he probably could have turned the ship around a little bit. Going on InfoWars was a risky move. But now he's trying to play it off like, yeah, I didn't even have to do that. Like, you needed that too back then. Shut up.
Yeah, stop pretending like you didn't.
Disingenuous. You wanted to be accepted so badly.
All right, let me read a couple super chats before we keep going with the video. Pop Culture Inc. says, "Sis better than Red Bar? Why or why not? Be real." That's not fair. We like Red Bar. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Red Bar's great.
Yeah. Why can't we both exist?
Yeah, why can't we both be great?
Different products.
Yeah. Dave, my body the same size, says, "You want to talk about Owen? Okay. What if I want to talk about the moon? Guys, we never went to the moon. $5 from Canada. Thank you. Much appreciated."
Or else you'll never be invited to the parties. He's a alt-right Nazi. I said, no, Steven Crowder's a good guy. So the same thing happened with Alex. I did Alex. I stood by Alex. I was a very good part. I guest hosted for $0. I never got paid $1 from Alex Jones. Oh, you're obsessed with money. No, I'm explaining to you that I was never motivated by money ever once with Alex Jones.
But you're motivated now by pointing out that you didn't get money. See what I mean? Like,
right, that's the weird part.
Oh,
right?
you're one of these guys that likes to, do things for people, but then bring up what you did for them all the time. See, you're the kind of guy I would never accept a good gesture from, because you're the kind of guy who I have to hear about it from for the rest of my life. Could you imagine if, like, I bought us Burger King on the way down to like Miami, and then still now I'm still going.
Hey, remember what about your Burger
But I
King?
mean, like I shouldn't have to pay for any weed ever, because like I got you Burger King one time. Like, no, it should just be one of us is at the line. Like, no, I got this. It's just you give me next time.
I like how you Kaiser Sose that, by the way.
But like you get the
Yeah.
there's like when he does with he did that with when he was going through all the Nimmer stuff, brings up how much money he gave Nimmer, brings up how much money he gave all these guys to try to kill his kids. Like he's just he can't do good unless he tells everyone what good he did. He's a scumbag. It's a scummy move.
It's a tough one, man. Yeah, no, it is. And then him bringing up you didn't do it for money. You did it so more people would watch your show. You did it for exposure. That's why he did it,
Hour every other week for him. I never got paid $1. He sold people boner pills, literally boner pills.
Now he's got a problem with the boner pills.
Yeah, when he was on there, he was
Now
fine
he's
with
got a problem
he
with
was fine with the boner pills earlier.
So,
By the way, man, I gotta say, we called this every person he ever has any sort of relationship with, he completely ruins it. That's another father figure gone.
And by the way, Tony Barber says, narcissists are impossible to work with. However, he is right about the small hats, let's be honest. I understand your point, but is he helping, Tony? Is he helping anyone? Mm-hmm. Who helps more? People that, people like MDE or people that do like little subtle comedy and kind of, get people a little more. Guys like the GDL who get people like fucking Brett Favre to mention the USS Liberty on camera. Like that kind of shit works. This doesn't help. A guy who's not even allowed inside of his house, sitting on his porch ranting about Jews. Nobody's watching this and going, yeah, I'm picking up what this guy's laying down. This guy attracts potential synagogue shooters, not people who want to have a dialogue about us, 1.4% being a bit overrepresented in certain demographics. That's all. But look at this guy. This isn't helping. And then Tony goes, he's a bit unhelpful. Agreed.
Fair.
He's a bit, you're right. He's a little bit unhinged.
yeah, I mean the fact that now he's saying that I'm toxic, that I can't be allowed on, and do I feel bad? No, it's a revealer. He's terrible. And
A week ago, you were talking him up. A week ago. 1 week ago. I remember.
When he first went on Rogan, and he still was like, nah, man, I'm not going to get...
He wore that NASA shirt. It was really funny. Yeah, it was exactly.
That's when it started, though. He was like, you
Stewing.
fucking little piece of shit. It only took a few days of stewing. You
And,
know that first night, his wife probably talked him out of it. Honey, look, let's not...
Relax.
You've been in a lot of fights with a lot of people lately, and, maybe chill out a little bit.
And then the last straw, of course.
you can still like him if you want. I don't care. I really don't.
Good. Thank you, Owen. Thank you for allowing me to watch things.
You're
Thank
allowed.
You. Thank you, cult leader. Thank you, gracious cult leader. Guys, by the way, you're allowed to watch anyone you want besides just ROTC. You're allowed. We're allowing you. Holy fuck. Imagine thinking this way.
That really is creepy. That is more telling than anything. Dog Munch, $5. I love this lolcow.
People are like, Big Bear, I know I'm going to hear this. Big Bear, I still like Alex, but I also like you. What do I do? Like both of us. Who cares? You can like Biggie and Tupac. And I'm not even starting a feud with
you two ain't Biggie. And
No, calm down. Fuck it. You're not even Jada Kiss. Yeah. Relax. Yeah. Relax, Jada Kiss and Cameron.
He's like Tupac, and you're like Lil Cease. Remember
Lil
Lil Cease from Junior Mafia?
I know you hear me on the radio.
You're Lil Cease, nigga.
You think you're Tupac or Biggie? Really?
Alex is definitely Tupac.
You're not even the Outlaws.
Sank Younger is Biggie, and Alex is Tupac, and you are Lil Cease. You're Lil Cease.
Fucking Mace over here thinks that he's Biggie or Tupac.
God, remember Mace?
I remember.
No, don't even let him be Mace, because Mace had that one hit out.
Harlem World. Actually, you're right. Good point.
By the way, the worst of the hit Bad Boy albums.
Yeah.
Because all the filler songs on that were garbage.
The guy, he's so short and fat and dumb and drunk that, like, I don't. It's just he's so.
Owen is jaw rule.
Yeah, everybody's making all these great references. Trust me, nobody's beating my Lil Cease reference.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I mean, you can keep swinging, but it's not.
Cisco versus Pac. That one's not bad. AG
But
Luck,
nobody's
99
even
cents.
staying in the genre. They're doing this genre no justice. They're doing it like, oh yeah, they're naming rappers from fucking 15 years later. You're like, that's not the genre though.
It's got to be around the same time.
Yeah, that's why I thought Tupac. Could you imagine if Lil Cease was like, yeah, me and Tupac are beefing? You'd be like, what? No, they're not. Biggie and Tupac are beefing. Tupac would not recognize you if you were in this room right now. I guarantee you, if you walked up to Tupac, Lil Cease, he would hand you his keys because he would think you were the valet. Don't scratch it.
Owen's WC from West Side Connection.
Fucking Alex is Eminem, and you are Cannabis. Cannabis wanted to battle everybody.
Dilated Peoples.
He would call me and rant about Joe Rogan, saying he's a Satanist and he works for the CIA. And I would just sit there. One time I was having a meal with my family, and I said, listen, I told my wife, I was like,
we didn't go to the moon.
I just have to, just give me a minute. He's my friend. He seems like unhinged. And so I listened to Alex rant on and on and on about Joe Rogan being a Satanist because I thought he needed it. And then he turned on me just because I make fun of Jews. So, and I was, when people would attack Alex, I was very decisively standing up for Alex, and I apologize. You guys were right. All the thousands of people that said Alex Jones is a shill. He's a
He is losing everybody. Who's left? Gavin? I think he had Gavin on the other day. Is he the last one left that still talks?
Gavin's also like really, he's out.
He's done too.
Gavin's out, so he's just shilling for his dumb website, and so he'll probably still go on Owen's things. But
well, fucking good luck to you. Good luck to you, Owen. Speaking of,
also shout out to Gusto Montgomery. I'm gonna give a shout out to my pal Gusto Montgomery. By the way, I gotta give Harrison Smith credit because I had the fans going ham on him last night on Twitter, and we were really making fun of his pitches, his scripts that he came up with. And to Harrison Smith's credit, he actually did tweet out today, and he's like, "Hey guys, we're having a casting call. The original actor slated to play the role of Gusto Montgomery has dropped out for personal reasons." And I was just like, all right, you know what? This nigga's got a funny sense of humor. So I got to give it to Harrison. Fucking funny, dude.
we will be on his show tomorrow. He'll be filling in for Owen Schroyer. We'll be on 5:30 Central Time, 6:30 Eastern Time on InfoWars. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna be on and I'm sure Gusto will come up during the interview. One more thing about Alex Jones: Instagram is investigating an Alex Jones post that has stoked anti-Semitic hate in the comments.
So I want to point out the headline to this. So Alex Jones is being investigated for posting something that doesn't break the rules to Instagram because of his comments section.
Yes.
Okay.
Instagram is investigating after Alex Jones stoked anti-Semitic hate by posting a painting that has been condemned as being offensive to Jewish people. Amid growing pressure on Instagram to shut down Alex Jones' account following his removal from Facebook, Business Insider drew the company's attention to an image. So a Business Insider drew the company's attention. So Business Insider is actively helping. Journalism is actively helping to get somebody deplatformed.
Yeah, they just did. The HuffPo did that to Alex McNabb, the EMT in Virginia. He got fired.
Yeah, he's fired. Business Insider drew the company's attention to an image the InfoWars conspiracy theorist posted last week, which is whipping up anti-Semitic comments among his 320,000 followers. Instagram is now reviewing the post. Accompanied by the hashtag including Resist Globalism, Jones posted and depicts a 2016 painting by artist Mir One. This is the painting, apparently.
So you're not allowed. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. So you are not allowed to use cartoon versions of actual global elite players.
Then they are.
These aren't just caricatures of Jews. It's not a happy merchant picture. These are prominent leaders of globalist international think tanks, billionaires who are trying to shape the public dialogue in the public specter, and also are very much influential over these news organizations that are trying to silence Alex. I just want to be clear. Did I just state anything that is factually incorrect?
No, you did not.
Oh, this is, oh my God. It's like, you know, man, I say this every couple months. You guys are really pushing it. I'm not gonna say that's all I'm gonna say. You guys are really pushing it.
The depicts a 2016 painting by American artist Mir One titled "False Prophets." The painting shows 6 suited men sitting around a Monopoly board, which is being held up by 4 or 5 subservient figures, shroud of their clothes. It's another version of a mural named Freedom of Humanity that Mir One painted in London in 2012. The mural sparked controversy last year when British politician Jeremy Corbyn voiced his support for the work ahead of his plans to remove it. After an outpouring of anger, Corbyn later said he regretted the remark and made clear that Mir One's mural was deeply disturbing and anti-Semitic.
Everything's anti-Semitic.
What is that? I'm seeing the Illuminati references, but
just a lot of the gentlemen that
but okay, I get
happen to be,
but that's
they just happen
to be, right? Am I wrong?
People that are doing these things, pointing out
they're showing their hand when they do that, aren't they?
Pointing out that people do things is anti-Semitic. Pointing out, so we go noticing is anti-Semitic. Pattern recognition is anti-Semitic.
I don't understand. At the time, Dave Rich, head of policy at Jewish charity Community Security Trust, wrote about the painting's anti-Semitic tropes in the Jewish Chronicle. For those who drink deep from the dish from anti-Semitic well, it is conspiracy theory in which Jews are responsible for all the ills of the world. Mears once has described that this is 100% what they took out of it. It's like when you're guilty, it's like a Rorschach. This is a Rorschach test. It's what it is.
It really is.
It's a Rorschach test. You're pointing out that they're all Jewish. You're the one doing it. Not anybody else. Alex Jones didn't go, get a load of all these Jews. He didn't do that. He posted, oh my God. Are you serious?
This is I want to have an honest discussion about this right now.
From the Jewish Chronicle, not sure why this mural is anti-Semitic. Let me explain.
Please explain.
Anti-Semitism normally comes in one of two ways. Either it looks like any other grubby bigotry in which racial stereotypes are used to make Jews look unappealing. They have big noses, they are greedy, and they only care about themselves. Or, for those who drink deep from the anti-Semitic well, it is a conspiracy theory in which Jews are responsible for all the ills of the world. They run the banks, they run the media, they control politicians, and they do it to cause wars and bring down governments and subvert morals. The mural painted by graffiti artist...
Hang on. Scanning for lie. 0 lies detected.
The mural painted by graffiti artist Mir One managed to combine both the overall message and a classic conspiracy theory. Old white men get rich off the backs of literally of the downtrodden workers. The wheels of fire of industry to spoil the planet. A lone protester holds a placemark declaring the New World Order is an enemy of humanity. A Masonic symbol. Okay, we said the mural features 6 men, some Jewish, some not. How did the artist differentiate between them? He gave the Jews big noses and other exaggerated facial features. That's what they look like.
These are actually very accurate caricatures of these men.
So not even all of them are Jews, by the way. Some of them are. This is a playground anti-Semitism masquerading as profound insight. Remarkably, the artist claimed to be surprised Jew took offense, complaining that some of the older white Jewish folk in the local community had an issue with me portraying their beloved Rothschild or Warburg, etc., as demons they are. Mir once said in his mural was about class, not race, but this is no excuse. Anti-Semitism has always had left-wing versions that fingered Jewish capitalists as the enemy of the good. Saying rich Jews are the class enemy is no less vile. What? So not all of them are Jewish, but so it's look at this nip. Now Business Insider is trying to get Alex Jones deplatformed from Instagram for a Rorschach test that they found offensive. Do you see what's going on? Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I know you do, Mike.
Clearly
I know you do.
Clearly, I've seen what's been going on for some time now.
Mir One has described as hysteria the idea that the work was referring to Jewish people. He made the comments in a blog on a website around conspiracy theorist David Icke, who has been accused of being a Holocaust denier. This mural is about class, not race, and labeling it as anti-Semitic is divisive, self-interested, and political tactic. Mir One added on Twitter in a post retweeted. So the artist has already said it's not anti-Semitic. Many of the Jones Instagram followers interpreted the figure sat at the Monopoly board as being Jewish. Look at all those Jews, said one comment. Stop Zionist shilling, read another. Fucking Jews, a third person remarked. Facebook community standards make clear that hate speech is not blah, 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 blah. So we all know that. And then they go into Alex Jones.
Remember when we used to say, remember the meme a year ago was pattern recognition is not a crime? They're trying to make pattern recognition a crime now. They are trying to make it an actual crime. You believe that shit?
This is
I kept trying to warn people years ago that they were going to come for hate speech first. And they were going to label everything hate speech, and that was going to, get people fucking banned. And then when that started, then they were going to come for the jokes because the jokes were powerful. Now you're not even allowed to have any kind of a civilized, calm discussion or even draw a picture accurately of a group of men who are real-life figures, who are shady political operatives trying to push globalism on us. This is now going to become a crime. At what point do we do something about the amount of say that these people have over our lives?
really is insane. This is next
Me,
level.
I still don't have a Twitter account.
No, I know.
For the same bullshit. And it wasn't leftists, by the way. It wasn't lefties that got me taken down. It was right-wing Jews.
You and a bunch of other people for trying to support you too. It's been nuts.
And I'm not gonna get quieter about it. Are you fucking kidding me? The more shit you take away from me, the less quiet I'm gonna be about it.
Somebody says Mersh's inner age is 75. All right, so we have this.
It just sucks, man. It really fucking sucks.
All right, so this is making the rounds. Did you see this Mike Lee guy?
Yeah, it's
on the Senate floor. So the Green New Deal was put to a vote, and it lost 0 to 57. It was 57 nays to 0. A bunch of Democrats just voted present, so they didn't vote at all. So the Green New Deal was shot down. But this was Mike Lee from Utah.
This is, of course, a picture of former President Ronald Reagan naturally firing a machine gun while riding on the back of a dinosaur. I'm not immediately afraid of what the Green New Deal would do to our economy and our government. After all, this isn't going to pass. I'm mostly afraid of not being able to get through this speech with a straight face. First of all, the rocket launcher strapped to President Reagan's back.
Well.
Stirring unmistakable patriotism of the velociraptor holding up a tattered American flag. This image has...
What planet are we on?
Am I the only one who didn't find this funny or endearing?
What planet are we on?
like anybody that's in this going, this is legendary. Oh my god, this is so fun. It wasn't funny. It's a massive waste of time. Everyone fell for it. They gave this guy his dumb soundbite. He's turning this more into a clown world. I wasn't at all amused by this. Am I the only one?
I did laugh at the Aquaman picture.
I get it, but it's like, so your way of combating what a clown she is by being a fucking clown. So you're all clowns.
Look, here's
you're
what
all
I said.
fucking clown
Here's what I
people
said.
then, right?
But
This is all a joke.
But we're already in clown world. You think that now it's not
No,
we're already
it's fine.
here.
Yeah, so when everybody in the room is a fucking complete degenerate alcoholic, you should just dive right in and become an alcoholic too. There should be no chaperone and nobody should be responsible. We should all just dive into clown world is what everybody is saying. Like that's
pretty much.
Okay, that's a dumb philosophy. It's a dumb philosophy. I like to go back to a time where this isn't on C-SPAN. It's just my thing. Like I'm tired of everything blurring together now. Everybody's funny guy. I want him to worry about getting money for his constituents and fucking, you know what I mean? Like expanding the infrastructure in his whatever fucking district he represents. That's his job. Reagan on T-Rex memes is not Mike Lee from Utah's job.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to lie. I did laugh at the Aquaman picture.
Yeah, I guess. And somebody's like, oh, it's satire, Marsh. I get it. This is the fucking House of Representatives, not Adult Swim. You fuckhead.
Ex to Senate.
Whatever.
Senate.
Has as much to do with overcoming communism in the 20th century as the Green New Deal has to do with overcoming climate change in the 21st. There isn't a single serious idea.
Actually, John
here.
Ferguson said this guy voted against the national emergency to build a wall. No, but he's funny, dude. He's memeing, bro. It's funny, dude. He's a meme boy. And that's all we care about now. He's a meme boy.
The Green New Deal calls essentially for the elimination of airplanes. In a future without air travel, how are we supposed to get around the vast expanses of, say, Alaska during the winter? Well, I'll tell you how. Tauntauns, Mr. President. This is a beloved species of reptomammals, native to the ice planet of Hoth. Now, while perhaps not as efficient in some ways...
Literally, if I were the chairman, I would go, all right, thank you. Your time's over. You're clearly making this a fucking joke. You're out of here.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny.
I guess.
To me, it is. Hey, I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of funny to me. I think it's fun. I understand everything that you're saying.
You're gone. You're out of here. Get him out of here. Let him go learn how to be a grown up in the parking lot. This guy. I'd be like, you're out. Goodbye. Come back when you have a fucking adult point to make.
This is funny. I'm sorry, but it just is to me. I'm not saying everything you're saying is you're correct, but it's still funny to me.
As airplanes or as snowmobiles, these hairy bipedal species of space lizards offer their own unique benefits. Not only are tauntauns carbon neutral, but according to a report a long time ago,
Jews are taking our First Amendment right away, and Muslims are so mad about Christchurch, they're going to be picking soft targets all through the spring and summer to murder your children. Tauntaun!
I think it's funny.
warmth, especially on a cold night.
But it'll keep you warm till I get the shelter up.
No, all residents of Hawaii would be left with is this. This is a picture of Aquaman.
This is what made me laugh. It's the picture of Aquaman riding a seahorse. Fucking killed me. What made me laugh too was this guy had to have some intern go to a printer in DC and print out these dumb memes. Somebody told me said this morning, Facebook is spilling over to the real world.
Yeah, I guess that's what I mean. Like, I don't need the Senate. The Senate is fucking surreal enough without tryhards. Like, I just see this guy with his little fucking canvases behind him as the equivalent of people that just have to donate the N-word over and over again on a text-to-speech. It's like, we want it. You had a plan today. You're like, I'm going to be the guy. This is your moment, Mike Lee. They're going to forget all about the fact that you voted against the wall and that you don't actually care about any of what your constituents want.
No,
you're a mean boy now.
But you're right about all of that. The thing is, I could believe everything that you're saying, but it still made me laugh.
Crocco. She wears a hijab. Janine Pirro.
Katie goes, IRL boomer posting.
It's just
Super.
Like, seriously, like if I were the chairman of this, I would just walk down and punch this guy in the face and be like, "Now get him out of here."
Hero from the undersea kingdom of Atlantis, and notably here, a founding member of the Super Friends.
Galloping guppies, a plastic bag.
Over the state work period last.
Oh, so you get the point.
But yeah, for the person who's pointing out that I'm pissed about the last story, and again, I'm pissed about exactly what the fuck I said. He said, we are getting deep dicked, okay, by a bunch of Jewish people that don't even live in this country, okay? We're taking their fucking clipped cocks up our asses, okay? These penis vampires, okay? And as I told you, this Christchurch shit's not going to go away. And if you don't think that there are Muslims across the country and across Europe right now that are not planning on making really maximizing their time in the coming warm seasons at your fucking houses of worship and your nice outdoor fucking country music festivals, and you think that this is worth covering and giving Mike Lee fucking coverage right now with everything that's on the horizon, I'm like, I don't have time for this guy. I just don't. It's like, the world is enough of a fucking joke, and just going, well, fuck it, I'll make the world an even bigger joke. He's not fit to be a senator, in my opinion. We need less clowns in Senate, not more. I don't want to see, like, if I want to watch people fucking ride an elephant and juggle balls, I'll go to the fucking circus, and I'll give Feld Entertainment my $10. But I'm not going to watch these fucking faggot come out and go, look at this, guys. Hey, I get memes. It's an appropriations meeting. Shut up and fucking vote. If you have nothing to add, then don't add it.
Do you want to just be angry the next hour too? You want to be mad overall? I'm just curious. You seem upset.
To be fair, this
really
also,
mad over. I get what you're saying, but there is some other anger in you. There's some anger in you.
It's like everybody. The story was unavoidable in the first 10 minutes I woke up the other day. It was just, this guy was everywhere, and everybody was like, ha, ha, ha. And it was like the Help Helen Smash video that I could not avoid seeing 50 times. And I just don't see how it was mildly amusing. And it was a senator. It wasn't like a show or a comedian. It's a senator. How many senators are just going to be meme boys now? We got a lot of problems in this country.
No, I understand. I understand. I hear
this
what
guy
you're
wasted. He makes $100 and something thousand a year, and he wasted a night. And his secretary and his fucking secretary. You think he ran to Kinko's? No, his fucking secretary did the whole thing. You just look at it and go, "Is this real? This is a real thing."
I hear what you're saying, but I'll tell you, as someone who has known you for a very long time, your anger isn't just you. You're not this angry about this. You can't be. There's anger somewhere else.
Yeah,
it might be your Facebook. It might be your Twitter.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm pissed about my Twitter.
You're angry.
I'm pissed that these you-know-whats are fucking winning. They're winning. They're winning. We don't even have a First Amendment right anymore. But this faggot can go up and go, hey, here's a picture of Aquaman. Criticizing Israel is almost illegal. Look at this picture of Reagan on a T-Rex, though. And we all just eat it up. Sometimes it gets a little disconcerting. I'm allowed to be cranky once in a while about shit like that. I'm like, we're watching the world burn. We're watching people die. And we're like, but get a load of he's got Aquaman.
Wow, next hour is going to be really just laughs galore coming next hour.
I can laugh at stuff. Just that guy, again, that annoyed me even when I saw it in a good mood the other day. I was like, why does everybody think this is funny?
I get it. You're too cool for it. I got it. Real quick plug. Support David's fight against cancer, guys. He's up to $2,185, which is great. If anybody can help, for those who might have missed yesterday's show or the couple shows before, David is the cousin of T.S. Moose and Swally, longtime listeners and supporters. He's 19 years old. He got testicular cancer that spread to his bladder, spread to his stomach. So if you guys have anything you could give, the family is very appreciative. Lindsay told me, his sister, David's sister, told me to thank everybody that donated, all you guys that helped out. I posted the link in there. The link is also in the description of the video. So if you can give, there is the link, and do whatever you can. Also, guys, if you want to get protected online, revengeofthesys.com/XPN. That's pro XPN. Get yourself protected online. And if you want to help us directly, the best way to help us out is patreon.com/we're-not-sorry, or just go to revengeofthesys.com/donate. There's a whole bunch of ways to donate and to help out the show. Quick, let me get through the Streamlab real quick before we go. From Tarkin for 777. They're all clowns, Mersh, and have been for a long time. The mask is off, but you can't miss the big red nose. Thank you, Tarkin. That's 7. Let me make sure I got any super chats too. Just worst there will be says it wasn't funny other than Aquaman. David Crocco, supporter ROTC, with a $2 super chat, and then KF with 2 99-cent super chats. We're gonna be right back here in 5 minutes. Stay where you are. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersh continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersh are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio. Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
And now a woman who knows about shaming firsthand, supermodel Gigi Hadid.
All right, everyone enjoying themselves? How's that filet mignon?
Go ahead.
You know, we're all here for a really important reason. Because everyone
Randy, we've got a problem.
What?
Reality's here. He's trying to crash the party.
Reality?
Who let him in? Shit! Ooh, nice wine, huh? What do you think of that? You know what I think of your pretty flowers? There you go. How do you like that?
All right, buddy, let's go.
I shit on all of you.
Seagal?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Give me that, you stupid bitch. What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves, hmm? What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses. Look at you, Vin dipshit. You say fat shaming is wrong, so in response you show off your abs. You're the one fat shaming, idiot! What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled lives for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. Fuck you. You're all pricks.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis, Hump Day edition. Thank you for staying with us, folks. Full week back. It's kind of fun. It's nice, and I'm back on the main channel too, by the way, which is great. I know a lot of people still aren't getting notifications, but still, it's kind of nice to be back on the main channel and know that you can fight these losers and win. Feld Entertainment is probably breathing a sigh of relief. Let's see here. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to cheer Mike up? Oh, I know what Mike likes. Mike's a big Cardi B fan.
Yeah, like, just to clarify, like, saying me and Royce argued off the air because it was a call about their arguing. No, I'm just in a bad mood today. It happens. He gets in a shitty mood sometimes too. Like, you guys have to understand, I don't have a fucking Twitter account anymore because of you-know-whats. We just covered the fact that Alex Jones probably next week won't even have an Instagram because of speculation by you-know-whats. Okay? I'm very, very emphatic about the fact that this spring and summer is going to be one of the most bloodiest for, you guys are like, oh, save the race, I love white people. White people are going to get killed in fucking droves this year. And there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of bad chatter out there. And, yeah, I just get a little bummed out when I see people. It's not even like a cool politician did it. Some scumbag nobody who literally has been a rhino this whole time under the wet. Like, nobody even knows. Mike Lee guy's just been, like, undercover, anti-Trump, sort of a fucking just a rhino. Oh, we can't build the wall. Like, that kind of an asshole. And it really is black. When I'm already black-pilled, it really makes me sad to see so many people that I normally agree with just put blinders on, forget about everything that makes that guy a fucking parasite in the Senate, just because, hey, that meme boy shit, he's going to get that parasite reelected again. And everybody's going to go, why does this Mike Lee guy keep getting elected? Because he knows how to meme. So it just bothered me, that's all. We got to get our fucking eye on the ball this year, or we're fucked.
You want to move on?
That's all. I'm good. I'm good now.
Good?
Good.
Good. So Cardi B's in trouble for this video that she made, I think, in 2017.
Because I'm 24 years old and I look washed up because I spent hours in the motherfucking studio. Hours. I paid over $50,000 in studio time because you gotta pay good engineers. You gotta go to a good studio.
I hate
You
that
know-
accent. That is one of the worst.
Yeah, dude, every
It cuts through it like a fucking, like a laser.
Sounds like every girl I went to school with. This is what it sounds like. Every girl I went to, like, literally, bro, like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm my own person, okay? And like, you just come at me like you're super wrong, dude. There's that meme, I'm sure you've seen it. Cardi B is for girls who think that talking louder is winning. Like, that's exactly what she is.
You gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Because I did it myself.
Now, Mike, I don't speak stripper. What is she saying?
Well, she's saying that people are insinuating that she was somehow given her opportunities in life and that she did not work hard for what she has. And she's basically clarifying and providing context that she did, in fact, work very hard to obtain the tools necessary to reach her goals in life.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that makes sense.
Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did.
So she's saying now that basically, now that she's successful, people are sort of now whitewashing her past of hard work and
I
sort
see.
of blocking out the fact that she worked very hard to obtain her goals.
It's way better when I understand.
To motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go strip. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
That's not hard. First of all, if we're talking hard work, it's not exactly coal mining. Right? We can agree.
Well,
No,
well,
there's a
well.
there's a difference between
Burning and mining?
obtaining the fuel and burning the fuel for combustion. And it sounds like she didn't do either. It sounds like she just robbed these quote niggas.
So there's a few guys already coming out and saying, I read one that's pretty credible. It's a long read, but he says, back in like 2000 something, whatever, I don't know what she offered to go back up to the room with him and all that stuff. They went to the room. He went to go use the bathroom. He finished his drink, and it says the last thing he remembers, she was twerking on him, and when he woke up, his wallet was gone, his Gucci belt was gone, and his iPad and bag were gone.
Wait, so
All
somebody
gone.
actually has an experience?
Yes, a couple people have come out. That's the only one that's pretty credible.
And I got to be honest with you. I got to say this. I'm getting real angry.
No.
At how no, but I'm getting really annoyed at how people are trying really hard to make this a worse situation than it is. I think we can all agree that Cardi B is a piece of shit. I think that this thing that she did falls on the list of like the 11th worst thing about her.
No, you're right. I agree.
She's absolute human garbage without that story, but I forget what they used to call it. There used to be a word for it. I wish somebody in my family listened to this show that was a cop, because they would be able to tell me what the actual there's a phrase for doing that to a guy where you drug him and rob him, and it's called something somebody, and it's like a name. It was like a name, a famous name of doing it to somebody, but it's a very common tactic, which is why like if you're going to employ the services of a lady of the night, if you will, either do it at the club and you get your drink yourself, or you do it at your own hotel and you get alcohol and they come to you and you get your own drinks. But you never let them serve you anything. You never get your drugs from a hooker. There's a lot of rules about this kind of stuff.
Now, somebody they think they might know what the term is. Is it N-wording? Is it not? Is it not that? Oh, you're sorry. Drink up. Drink up.
Oh, but that's very funny. So they said it on NYPD Blue once, but I can't remember it. But it's but anyway, it's not. They're trying to make this like a Me Too thing now. They're trying to make it like a rape thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? They're
Yeah.
trying to make it like
I saw that,
the
yeah.
equivalent of rape, which to me it is kind of fucked up. It's almost like an anti-rape because like I paid to fuck you. Like I wouldn't even mind if you fucked me and then robbed me, but it sounds like she didn't even provide the services.
So it's more of theft.
It's theft, which is fucked up, but they're acting like you understand that there are rap songs that like by Migos and Kodak Black where they brag about murdering people, where they brag about selling drugs to middle school aged children. They brag about murdering old ladies and shit. Like 6ix9ine, that Tekashi guy, rapped about. That's how he got
Shanghaied.
caught. Rapped. I don't think it's Shanghai.
People are saying Shanghai,
I don't
but
think it's
okay.
Shanghai.
I'm just trying to see
It's-
because they're trying to.
It might
guess
have
the
been
term.
also a very specific New York, like an NYPD term.
Okay.
But yeah, so a lot of these guys have bragged about doing absolutely disgusting crime. Remember, if you murder somebody, they don't get they didn't lose a Gucci belt. Like they're dead forever and they don't get to have a family.
Right.
And, So they are. I hate Cardi B and I hate to be a contrarian today. I do hate her. Let's pile on the hate. That's fine. But are we really going to harp on this? Like when they said she was a stripper from Miami, I already knew she did this
She
shit.
talks like a stripper from Miami too.
No. She talks like a stripper from Miami who will drug you and steal shit from your hotel room. Let's be fair. She sounds like that kind of Miami stripper. We met a couple strippers when we were in Miami.
Had a couple laughs.
Sure, they were shady. I don't think they were Cardi B. Like,
Wait,
this
one
is-
said she was going to nursing school. Did she lie to me?
if not, you know what? I'm going to file a dispute on my credit card.
Where's my Breitling?
Excuse me. People at Citibank. But I don't think she was really going to school with that money. Was taken under false pretense. But she seems like a Pompano Beach.
Pompano Beach.
I will steal the Gucci belt from your room.
Commercial Boulevard.
She's the kind of bitch that robs your whole room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as they're getting ready to leave out, this is the kind of greedy bitch that sees your Gucci belt hanging off your pants and you're sleeping, and she actually risks waking you up. She just can't help her. She's got to get the belt, too.
Yeah.
She's one of those scumbags. The day she came out and they were like, she's a Miami stripper turned rapper, I was like, she's the kind of bitch that probably robs people's hotel rooms. So why are we all shocked now? They sing about killing people.
Somebody says it's called being the USS Liberty. I don't think that's right.
That's right. I used to rob motherfuckers. I used to drug these niggas in the hotel room, and then I would steal their Gucci belt. Google it. It's called Google the Lavon affair. You hear all about that shit.
Nothing. So for a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve shit, that's when I know that they fucking bugging, because they do not fucking know the shit that I have to do. So
I love that she's breaking down into tears, talking about how she used to have to rob people. Like the
trick rolling.
No, it's not trick rolling because that's based on basically Rick rolling, and that's too recent. This is this was something they would have said in the 80s and 90s in the NYPD, and it was a word for it. But yeah, it's like I don't think anybody's gonna guess unless you were like literally, unless you're some stereotypical
80s
yeah,
cop.
like Gold Shield detective from the 90s in NYPD. I don't think you're gonna write. And again, it's just I remember that there was a word for it, but she's literally crying now about I literally had to rob people. I had to steal other people's things to survive and get money for blunts.
You know,
Sounds like a
and you know,
tough life.
and you know she smokes backwoods.
me out, because nobody wanted to
You think Swisher? Yeah, the 99 cents packs.
help me.
What's up, IG? And
Okay, well that's pretty much it. Yeah, she says that she regrets doing that today. She said that nothing's gonna happen to her, and again,
But everybody's acting like this is literally rape, and I'm like, well, no, rape is literally rape. This is robbing somebody.
all right, I know how to make you feel better.
Somebody said, where's Sipowicz when you need him? Actually, Sipowicz is the one that said it in the episode, too, and I can't remember what it is now. It's one of the greatest shows of all time. If you guys have ever seen NYPD Blue, it might age a little bit, like not well, but goddamn, it's still a great show.
So we're getting a lot of, I'm seeing here 99 cents and $1 donations. Apparently, if you have YouTube Red or Premium or whatever, they're letting the whole dollar, if it's $1 or less, 100% of it goes to the content creator. So that's why we're seeing a bunch of it. So thank you for the people doing that.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So this is, have you seen somebody cut up, have you seen Brother Joe? Brother Joe Cumia?
Oh, I'm familiar with Brother Joe.
But are you familiar with The Dark Secret? Somebody mashed up.
Is it child spit related?
Somebody mashed up Brother Joe with an actual documentary. Check this out.
As he entered high school, his sexual fantasies traumatized him. To escape, he began drinking. On the way to classes in the morning, he would fill up a cup with hard liquor at a friend's house.
And I remember sitting next to him in a first period, I believe, history class, and he had a styrofoam cup of scotch, I believe it was scotch. I remember saying, "What is that?" And he threw his head back and he shook it and he said, "It's my medicine." But clearly he was getting drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Did they cut these out of other shows? Who fucking did?
They cut
Is
it out
this
of
beige?
I don't know. This only has like 400 views or 900 views.
Great.
It's
My next
Avanara.
guest was going to be Feed Nana Media. Have you heard of Feed Nana Media? That's another channel that's
Oh, God.
always got the latest scoop on the Cum brothers.
Cum
brothers? Getting drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Living at his grandmother's and prowling the city's gay scene. No one suspected that this reclusive loner with boyish good looks was on his way.
What? You're prowling the gay scene. Joe Cumia prowling the gay scene.
This reclusive loner with boyish good looks was on his way to becoming a psychopathic serial killer.
He did take pleasure in the fact that he was in control of his own.
Look at this guy's mustache.
Look at this documentary now.
No, this is
That's
like
what
a
it
real.
feels like.
Doesn't
though.
it?
It
It's
just
real.
feels like
Yeah.
documentary now. Like put that silly mustache on him.
Little world that nobody knew what was going on, that he was the master of it.
And you wouldn't say, oh, he must be crazy or he must be a killer. That's why he was so successful. He was not a repulsive individual.
Certainly not in Milwaukee's gay nightclubs.
We have it
They're
on good
not.
facts that he was considered somewhat of a honey in the gay community, that people found him attractive.
Honey in the gay community.
Several people told
Someone said this is originally from a Jeffrey Dahmer documentary.
us that he was the kind of guy that you wanted to take care of. You wanted to baby him. He chose a body style. He liked long, lean, smooth, muscular body styles. And it didn't matter if they were black, white, yellow, red, or brown.
This is so
Found them
childish.
attractive.
It's so
he would
great.
try to get them. He stated in no way did he ever want to hurt anybody. As funny as this sounds, that is the reason why he killed everyone by strangling them. Because not only did he get the power and the thrill of committing the murder, but it was also the most humane way.
So, I've never seen that, and I mean, it's amazing to me that we know. Did you know that about Joe Cumia?
No, I didn't. That's
He
very
was a
shocking.
honey in the
That
community?
is shocking. Do we have the Joe footage yet?
Oh, we're working on it.
I want that so badly.
Oh, we're
I
working
want
on
that
it.
so badly.
We do have, but you know what we do have, Mike? You know what we do have? Have you heard of this comic? Maybe you haven't heard of him. Have you heard of this comic called Joe Matarese?
Yeah, we've only spent hours on him on Nightwave.
Yeah, you've heard of him in the Porcelains documentary.
Yes, we're very, 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 very familiar with Joe Matarese at night. Trust me. Joe's our guy. I don't even know how many, are there a lot of ROTC people that are into Matarese? Like,
Yeah,
I know
they
it's
have to.
bled over, but I just don't know if we've ever played Matarese stuff on this show.
Yeah, we did when the Porcelain doc. So Joe Matarese was doing this. One of our friends was filming a documentary.
Let's set it up by the bay windows.
Okay, come on, man. I haven't played yet.
I gotta push the stroller in.
So Joe Matarese. One of my friends was doing a documentary about podcasters. We're gonna figure out very quickly who it was cousin Joe, and this is for a few years ago. The footage never came out, and I was talking to him, and we were like, "Hey man, you have that footage?" He had the footage, so Here is the.
Yes, Danny Saint says, I heard Joe Matarese call into Portland Andy the other night. Yes, that was, Joe was very racist. It wasn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was dropping N-bombs. I didn't think it was very cool of
Wait,
Joe.
wait. You've called Portland Andy, too? I, independently of you, have just because he's whoever was live one day. Pastor Royce called Portland Andy and was also very
Yeah, called him last. Called him like 2 nights ago. Remember the guy who said that did your joke? His
Oh,
Joe?
yeah, okay.
That was Portland Andy.
I called him. Okay, so that's the dude. He's actually a nice guy, too. He takes it pretty well.
No, he's nice. I didn't torture him that night. I did one call and I left him alone. I just wanted to, his shit open.
Well, here's Joe Matarese talking about podcasting. Come on,
It's called Fixing Joe.
How long have you been doing it?
Good question. I guess I'm at 225 episodes, and I do them weekly.
And where can people hear?
They can hear it on iTunes. They can hear it on.
It's very
All
high
Things
energy interview.
Yeah, no,
Hard hitting.
he's really firing on all cylinders.
Aldi all the time, and I always like talk radio. Yeah, I like it better than listening to music radio stations.
Did you ever plan on doing one before technology was available? Did you ever see yourself?
What's funny, it's weird. I had this.
How much prescription pills is he on? He seems like completely zonked out.
All the time.
Just completely zonked
Well,
out.
honestly, though, because he's on like Zoloft and Lexapro and like Ativan. Like, it's not just Adderall. So, I mean, those, by the way, I never really got on a lot of medications. It's been recommended by doctors at some point. Every doctor has at some point recommended I be on some ridiculous cocktail of drugs. But that's what it does to you. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be on like 4 different conflicting drugs.
Yeah.
Because that's when you start getting where you're like, I guess been doing 200 episodes. Did you huff the paint, Charlie? Yeah. Cripple Creek Ferries. That's what it's like.
Backbreakers.
So it's like that, but that's what it gets to. So I never really got down with the antidepressants. And I never really got down with heavy benzo use. Like I'll do benzos when I'm desperate, when I'm gonna fall down and pass out from panic attacks, or I'm shaking and vomiting and I need one to sleep. And that's like once a month. Whereas when you start getting on like the SSRIs and the antidepressants, like you just end up going, hi, I do a show. This is depressing.
67@gmail.com on every podcast, and they contact me and they're like, dude, you really helped me. I was going through this, and
But
what
then
you
I
said
saw how
helped.
bad your life was, and I was like, wait a minute, there's hope for anybody.
On antidepressants, but now I have
People keep calling me and saying, Joe, I loved what you did to Josh Robert Thompson. And I said, that's not me. That's some guy from England. He's some asshole. He's obsessed with me.
more regular guy problems, but there's still things that need to be fixed. I think that's good.
So sad.
So are you doing an all interview doc, or what do you plan to do? Like, are you gonna follow somebody around?
Now turn the tables on, John. Now the interviewee became the interviewer. Like a regular Richard Attenborough over here.
You gotta find the A story.
This would be great if this footage wasn't so old. I wish this was more recent so that he would actually, like, mention porcelain.
Oh, that would be great, yeah.
You don't work with some asshole from England, do you? His name's Porcelain.
He's going to make a documentary about me, too.
He's an idiot. He does these for no money.
Yeah.
Danny Say goes, Matarese may be my favorite Mersh impression.
That's Porcelain's impression, by the way. That's not mine.
It could be you trying to do a podcast, but you already do one, or somebody starting one for the first.
So wait, he's giving Joe this. You see this? No. He's giving Joe advice for the movie. He's trying to. Do you catch that? He's trying to work his way into the watch of the production. Watch.
Look, if you give me a co-producer credit, I'll help you out a little bit.
Basic release form, you read
It could be you trying to do a podcast, but you already do one, or somebody starting one for the first time.
Yeah, I gotta.
Joe's like, yeah, that's cool. Just sign the release form. Wearing his Pearl Jam shirt.
Cool equipment. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, he's left-handed. That makes sense.
Get very impulsive. By the way, I tried Effexor and it worked, but it would take me like 3 hours to come. So I just.
I love Joe. Our Joe. I like our Joe. What did he just say?
I love Effexor. Here, you gotta. It's here. Watch.
Impulsive. By the way, I tried Effexor and it worked, but it would take me like 3 hours to come. So I just.
That's pretty funny. I love Joe. Joe's like an open book, by the way. Not Matt or Reese, but
no,
Coletta.
Coletta,
It's
hell
just
yeah.
like, yo, whatever, man. I tried this. I couldn't come for 4 hours. I tried this. My dick just didn't work at all. It's like, whatever.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send I'll send you all the stuff over, all the videos over for night. I'm sure there's about an hour for you to unpack and go through if you want to. All right. Let's. There's a couple updates on the Jussie Smollett case, and I figured Tuck will be the best person to play. There's a whole bunch of people, but I prefer Tuck.
I got some breaking news.
Oh, what?
Kiwi Farms is blocked in New Zealand now.
But I thought it was already.
No. That was the Chans were blocked, and the manifesto was blocked. Kiwi Farms was not blocked until today. Kiwi Farms is now blocked. Kiwi Farms are the ones that New Zealand reached out to, and they were like, give us all your IP data, and the owner was like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I remember that. No, yeah, I remember that.
Well, it took a little while, but Kiwi Farms is now blocked in New Zealand. Yeah. And James Alex Fields will not be getting the death penalty, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Right now. Working on a deal, but I guess they dropped the only charge that would have had him eligible for the death penalty. That's all I know.
All right.
About that so far. So.
All right.
Just breaking news. It's not even in the news yet, but it's just news.
It's good to know. So Kiwi Farms is blocked. Shit.
Yep.
Have some Shekels brothers from the Macho Dan. Thank you, Macho Dan. All right. Let's give you a quick update here on the Jussie Smollett stuff.
First tonight, just hours ago, prosecutors in Chicago dropped all charges against actor Jussie Smollett. Smollett, you'll remember, was facing 16 felony counts for faking an elaborate hate crime against himself back in January. Police say Smollett hired 2 Nigerian bodybuilders to hang a noose around his neck, pour bleach on him, and scream, "This is MAGA country!" because that kind of thing happens a lot in downtown Chicago during the winter months. Smollett then told credulous reporters he had been assaulted by 2 white racist Trump supporters. Well, as of tonight, police still believe that Smollett was lying about all that. So do prosecutors. They think he concocted the hoax, and they said so yet again today. And yet the state of Illinois is somehow, for some reason, dumping the case anyway. In exchange for the $100,000 he has already paid in bond, Smollett will walk free. His record will be expunged. Everything will return to normal like it never happened. Smollett described this decision as a victory, not just for him, but for the broader cause of civil rights.
Watch this.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of. This has been an incredibly difficult time.
Now,
honestly,
now
one of
he
the
can
worst
say
of
all
my
these
entire
things because he's not getting prosecuted, so there's no one to challenge him.
life.
I still don't think this is over.
think the feds are gonna pick it up?
I got a feeling that this is gonna not. This is not gonna go away because it's not just the feds. Like, people are annoyed at this. People are annoyed across the board
Rightfully
at this.
so.
Yeah, connected people are annoyed at this. So we're gonna see.
Here's what I think. I think is that there are connections already with Michelle Obama's chief of staff and Jussie Smollett. I think that some favors were called in because if this thing would have gone to court, this would have probably the case would have probably taken place around election time. That's what would have happened, and that this would have been something that Trump could have hammered over their heads. And if they make it go away, they don't have to worry about it. The way I figure it, they were like, well, whatever, we'll have to deal with bad press for a month, but then people will move on.
But I am a man of faith, and I'm a man that has knowledge of my history, and I would not bring my family, our lives, or the movement through a fire like this.
You're lying.
I just wouldn't. Now I'd like nothing more than to just
What do you do
get
for a
back
living again, sir?
Yeah, you lie professionally.
to work and move on with my life. But make no mistakes, I will always continue to fight for the justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere.
Okay, a couple of pretty obvious questions here. What is this movement Smollett refers to? Is he in contact with other perpetrators of fake hate crimes? Have they formed a union? Will they hold a convention? There are enough of them they could. And how exactly has Smollett, who last we checked was an actor on a TV show, fought for the, quote, justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere? Was pouring bleach on himself part of that fight? How do the noose and the Nigerian bodybuilders figure into Smollett's struggle for justice and equality?
So now the cops were saying, I was reading, the cops were saying that they were ready to go to court. They had a rock-solid case. They said they had a lot of evidence. They had enough stuff that would have proven it, and they just threw it out.
And by the way, why aren't the rest of us
not gonna
laughing
fly.
at this? It is just too absurd. CNN doesn't think it's funny. They're taking Jussie Smollett very seriously, as they always have. Jeff Zucker's tiny spokesman emerged this afternoon.
He's not letting this go. And I love it.
Tiny spokesman.
He's not letting it go.
Tiny spokesman.
The whole thing an unfathomable mystery of faith, like the Shroud of Turin. We may never know.
The narrative has once again changed from victim, to villain, back to victim. It's been very confusing.
He's not
It
a
never
victim
shifted
again.
back to victim. That's
It
not how this
never
happened.
shifted back. They said that even the DA was like, well, he would just got community service anyway. So that doesn't make him a victim.
As Ryan was saying, people don't know what to
A
believe.
victim means, by the way, we are so goddamn sorry to Jussie Smollett. We really shit the bed on this.
Yeah.
And Jussie Smollett coming out with his attorneys and going, now is a great time to announce I will be filing suit against the city of Chicago, Cook County, and the state of Illinois. If you're a victim, then you go right back to everyone you just saw walk out this front door before in the other entourage. I'm suing every one of them niggas. We're going down in a battle for history. And that's what you would do. If I got accused of some shit, I would sue every motherfucker on the accusing side till none of them had any food left.
Yep.
And he's just going, so it's gonna go away. It's good. You're just gonna keep my $100,000. Okay, great.
That's all I need to do. All right, bye.
But I'm a victim here. Clearly, I'm a victim.
We may never really know what happened on the street that night in Chicago.
Oh, you're praying we don't. You're fucking praying we don't.
We may never really know. It looks like we're just going to have to agree to disagree on this
I
whole
love this
Jussie
guy.
Smollett thing. But wait, does anyone know any news reporters? They should have some free time these days, post-Russia hysteria. Maybe they could find out more about this. For example, why isn't Jussie Smollett concerned about the two white racists he says attacked him? Shouldn't he be leading the charge to lock these villains up? According to Smollett, they're still on the loose. They're free to assault other hapless
Better stop him,
biracial
man.
TV
True,
actors.
man. You better stop him, man.
Just looking to get a Subway sandwich at 2 a.m. in the morning on the streets of Chicago. And we need to stop them before they do. And what about the
Snarky
Chicago
asshole.
Police Department? It's led by an African-American chief, but that doesn't mean it's not part of the wider racist conspiracy. It must be. Chicago cops just framed.
Smollett is apparently suing the city of Chicago for $50 million.
Oh boy, that's not going to end well for you.
Is he really?
Jussie. Oh, that's not going to end well for you. You're going to push it too far, and this is going to open up a whole world of hurt for you.
Might. Now, according to Paycheck, Jussie Smollett might be considering a lawsuit after
I bet he's
charges
being
were dropped.
talked out of it right now. As we speak.
lawyer-
There is a team of people offering him money right now and going, we'll pay you, just don't do this. Don't do this right now.
A lawyer of Jussie Smollett on Wednesday left open the possibility that the Empire star, who Chicago prosecutors had knowledge lied about being a hate crime victim, may now sue over the alleged attack. We're weighing our options, his attorney said, response to co-host George Stephanopoulos. For Jussie, what's really important is just he wants his career back and his life back, lawyer. Again, he did not ask for any of this. He was a victim of a crime. Then why did they say that he was just going to get... See, everything is bloopy because the AG said that the reason that they were the reason that they weren't going to do it is because he was just going to get community service anyway. And then he served community service. Did you know what community service he served?
He helped
Jussie's-
disenfranchise.
You'll see. It's going to be even better than that.
Yeah, and he's whatever.
Smollett as a liar and destroyed his
He
reputation.
showed up to a fucking black
and yet,
tie
for
thing.
some reason, Smollett doesn't seem to care about that. He says he just wants to, quote, move on. That's odd. And what about the Nigerian brothers? Last month, both CNN and the Chicago Tribune reported the men had told police they'd rehearsed
Both
the
of which
attack
probably don't even work out.
Nah,
That's just what
That's
they
how
look
they look
like.
like, yeah.
on Jussie Smollett. Was that a lie? Will Smollett sue them now for defamation? Other news outlets reported that police discovered rope, bleach, and masks in the brothers' apartment.
When the cops say they had a case, they had a case.
Apparently, Smollett's phone records show he was talking to the brothers immediately before and immediately after the attack, he alleged. What was that all about? Well, we could go on and on, but why bother? You know exactly what's happening here. Smollett isn't getting off because he's innocent. He's not innocent. He's something better than innocent.
Half Jewish.
Well, that too.
He's famous. The charges against him were dropped because someone in power called someone else in power and said, let him go. None of this had anything to do with justice. It's the opposite of justice. Even in famously corrupt Chicago, what was happening was just too obvious. The mayor and the chief of police pretended to be very shocked by it.
Pretended to be very shocked by
Love
it.
me some Tucker.
Yeah.
If you want to say you're innocent of a situation, then you take your day in court. I would never, if someone falsely accused me, I would never hide behind a brokered deal and secrecy, period.
Where is the accountability in the system? You cannot have...
Rom, you better not start talking about accountability, man. You're the wrong guy to talk about accountability.
Because of a person's position?
And a lot of people are saying Rom is in on it, that this was all for show.
Of course he was in on it.
Former chief of
Connected
staff
to
of Obama.
Yeah, and the other former chief of staff. Like, they're all... This is all... Oh, this is just
One
right
set
out in
of
the open,
rules
dude.
apply to them, and another set of rules apply to everybody else.
This part's weird here.
In another way, you're seeing this play out in the universities, where people pay extra to get their kids a special position in universities. This is a whitewash of justice.
A whitewash of justice. So how did the state's attorney who dropped these charges answer that? Well, she issued a statement explaining that the charges against Jussie Smollett were dropped in part because of his, quote, volunteer service in the community. Okay. What exactly was that service? Well, according to a news account tonight, Smollett spent a total of 18 hours over 2 days at Jesse Jackson's lobbying organization, the Rainbow Push Coalition. While he was there, Smollett spent his time, and this is a direct quote, stuffing membership envelopes, working in the group's bookstore to sell merchandise, and critiquing
By the way, you know
its
what,
Saturday
he did?
broadcast.
Do you know what he did?
He hung out and they just talked.
Hung out with Jesse Jackson.
Ate lunch.
They ate lunch. They probably didn't even hang out at the offices. I know some folks that have been in trouble in the past. Let's just put it this way. Probation, getting your hours for community service is an absolute scam. Almost anywhere in America, you can find somebody that you could throw a little bit of cash to, and they just give you a letter, and it says you completed your hours. Like, it's one of the biggest scams in America. Is the state will charge you, like in Florida, it'll be like $10 per hour of community service if you don't want to do it. But then they'll still make you do half of it. Like, you have to physically go do it. So a lot of these guys will take a fucking like $5 an hour.
But the
You
thing
have
about
100
this,
hours, like, give me $50, I'll write a letter.
But this is Jesse Jackson's organization, and they thought for how many was it? 6 felonies, six felonies or something. That 18 hours of community service was enough.
He also, quote, worked with the music director on a plan to build the choir. Apparently,
in 18 hours,
the community was greatly enriched by all of this. We should note that Jesse Jackson, who runs it, is one of the most politically powerful people in the city of Chicago.
Yep.
It helps to have friends like that. And if you don't believe it, just go ahead and try it yourself. Go ahead and stage a fake hate crime in which you slander an entire group of people on the basis of their skin color and political beliefs. Then head over to Good Morning America and conduct a tearful interview with the sympathetic Robin Roberts. Describe yourself as a victim of systemic racism in this country. And then get caught doing it. Tell us how you do. Then let us know when the visiting hours are. We'll come see you in prison. Smollett's not going to prison. He was smarter than that. He knew he would never be punished. He knows Jesse Jackson. He's friends with Kamala Harris and Barack and Michelle Obama. Don Lemon at CNN texts Jussie all the time on his cell phone and brags about it. Jussie Smollett may claim to fight for marginalized people, but he is not one of them. In fact, he occupies the highest rank of privilege in our society. He's above the law. Increasingly, there seem to be quite a few people like that in this country. You'll recognize them because they're the ones always lecturing you about how bigoted and unfair America is. What they don't understand is that they are proving that point.
So, yeah, so it's all a scam. You really think that the FBI is going to take this over? Do you really think? Because, I mean, the mail fraud thing, if he was sending himself those letters, that's 5 years minimum.
Somebody has to. This can't go away, and I think enough people are pissed about this one. I hope enough people are pissed about this one. Don't make me black-pilled. Let's get this guy. Let's not us. Fucking somebody arrest him for something. Remember when being gay was a crime? You just go get him on that.
Hold on. We're back. We're back. We're back.
All right,
We're back.
Good.
It was a restream error. Stream resumed. We're back. We're back. Refresh, folks. Refresh. We're back. Refresh. We're good. All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Must have been a restream error. It was really weird. Very, very odd.
But yeah, so this chick looks like, remember when you get like a cheap doll for a kid?
Yeah.
And the hair is just kind of in there, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. And they use as little strands as possible.
That is a disturbing forehead. It's just kind of poking out from the hair.
Yeah.
She's got the same hair as. She looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Boogie Nights.
Someone says looks like an alien. Let me introduce you to Bullet.
I'm such an idiot.
Let me introduce you to Bullet Ball. Okay? Let me introduce you to Bullet Ball. I think you're going to really like it. All right? There's a real game. There's a real commercial for a game. It's a promotional video, basically, to shop it around.
My game. This is my table. Bring it on.
And I'm going to beat you down. Bring on the competition. Let's go.
Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball.
There's a new sport game here, can't you see? Bullet ball, the game of bullet ball extreme. A mix between ping.
Looks like a terrible game.
Okay, well, let me explain what the game is.
No. Don't. This is a terrible song. No, I'm sorry. This is a terrible video featuring a terrible song about a terrible table sport.
The game.
Bullet ball. It's a bullet ball.
It's really good. Look, bullet ball. It's a circular table that has like two borders on each side, and it's like human pong, and you use your forearm to hit the ball back and forth and try to knock it off the table.
It's like table tennis.
No, it's bullet ball.
Why don't you just play table tennis?
Because you need cumbersome paddles.
It's like handball, but with absolutely no effort put in.
And that's what?
And that's a bullet ball.
It's got a style and class that can't be matched. If you learn the game, you learn to catch. It's easy to play.
Whoa.
He doesn't have hands.
What are they? Whoa. This is kind of ableist, right?
Yeah,
like
it's easy to play, which means
no. That's not what it says, Royce.
Anyone can play.
But the implication here is that, like, look, even these two limbless pieces of shit can
No,
play
that's
this
not
game.
what they're
But That's
saying.
what they're implying.
They're
Like,
not implying that.
They put them on the screen. Look, anybody can play. Look at these fucking doo-doo-doos. These guys doesn't even have hands, and he's playing. It's fucking piece.
And no feet.
Man, God really. What did your fucking great grandfather do?
A sport game that's rated down here in the loop. Equal but separate in the style of play. You lose tomorrow, but you win today. Age, gender, large or small, does not dictate the win at all. The speed and accuracy in your shots creates all the points.
By the way,
that's
how they right after this they announced they were divorced. They were actually settling the custody and breaking up her property using bullet ball.
Do you want to see the founder of Bullet Ball pitching the game? This is amazing.
Oh, no, this looks so... It's just a round table with a ball.
Well, he's pitching it on one of those Shark Tank type of shows.
No.
But nobody has given up more than Mark Griffin.
That guy looks familiar. Isn't that the guy from Cosby Show?
No, it's
he was
he does look like him,
he was married to
I know, but it's
the
not.
chick that Lenny Kravitz ended up being with.
And sold all my possessions that I could sell and found myself in food pantries and sleeping in a car. It's not about the money. It's about my game is going to be an Olympic sport.
Give him a second. Give Mark Griffin a second.
Oh no!
Just
What
that
happened to this
good.
guy?
And how are y'all doing today?
How you doing?
Good. How are
All
you
right.
today?
I'm excited. This is my dream come
American Inventor. This was an old show, apparently.
true. My name is Mark Griffin, and I'm the inventor of Bullet Ball and Bullet Ball Extreme.
How much do you think the table cost? I know the answers. I'm curious if you. How much do you think the table costs with all the balls?
Oh, with all the balls included.
Yeah, with all the balls. How much does the table cost?
I'm gonna bet this guy's batshit crazy, so I'm gonna go with a batshit crazy number: $500.
$529.95.
By the way, if this were Price is Right rules, I'd be going the.
You would've
I'd be
got-
playing Plinko right now.
Good
nigga.
job.
Bullet Ball is a high caliber table game designed for the 21st century lifestyle. Just like other sports,
it's Jetson shit, dude.
With international appeal, such as basketball, soccer, and ping pong, it is our vision that one
Cleveland
day
from Family Guy.
a bullet ball
That's nasty.
will become an Olympic sport.
Please explain how the game works.
Do you want somebody else to play against you?
Absolutely.
I'll play.
I love games. So,
Okay, the object of the game is to get the ball past your opponent.
Okay.
By utilizing your forearms and or hands.
Okay.
Okay. My point.
It's his point.
Okay.
It's just air hockey, but without any
My
of the fun
point.
parts.
You don't get bullet ball. That's
No,
your
I get
problem.
air hockey. Air hockey's a lot of fun. You ever play air hockey?
I love air hockey. Air hockey is
How
fun.
dope is air hockey? And there's no risk of the ball just flying off the table. There's a nice little, like this doesn't even have like a basket for the balls to go into, like a goal. So the goal is to knock the ball off of the table, and you have to keep getting the ball. This is terrible. This is
Counterpoint.
Offense, and then just play it all in one.
Okay, well, when
one
people,
and
when
all to
little
score.
children are rapping to an '80s beat, and adults have backwards hats, now you sold me.
But wait till you see
But
the
that just
disappointment.
shows you how deceptive marketing is.
My point.
Okay, I get it.
That's bullet ball.
How much have you invested in this?
I had this vision 26 years ago.
What happened when you got this vision? What were you doing?
Hey, what were you doing? Vinny Marbles over
Hey,
here.
yeah, what were you doing? Let me tell you so. You have a little vision when we all hopped up on goofballs, huh?
Coming up next on Lone Shark Tank.
This guy, by the way, it's like a cheap suit. Doesn't even fit. It's hilarious.
He looks like the guy that died of bonitis in Futurama.
He looks like a guy who owns like a bakery, but he's also a notary public.
He looks like someone you would get a mission from in GTA 4.
My ex-wife and I, we were sitting there drinking wine, having conversation, rolling the cat's ball back and forth across the table. The ball became faster and faster. And we said, well, wait a minute. If
And
we're
I
gonna
said,
play
wait
the-
a minute. There is absolutely, if I could recall correctly, there is absolutely no tabletop-based sport in which two people pass a ball back and forth. And I said to myself, Clarence, it's Clarence, right? It looks like it sounds like
Mark.
a Clarence. And I said, Clarence, what you need to do is make a game called Bullet Ball. And I said, honey, what if I said to my wife Loretta? I'm assuming it's Loretta. If we make a game where they smack a ball back and forth on a table, we'll be millionaires. And she said, Clarence, I'm pretty sure they have that game, baby. I'm pretty sure it's called table tennis.
It's turning
And I
into
said,
Dusty
no.
Rhodes.
I said, no, really.
I
And
said, no, baby.
And I said, no, baby. It's not. It's not like table tennis because the balls stay on the table. And she said, but daddy, then that means it's like air hockey. And I said, no, it's bullet ball.
This game.
And then he comes back and pitches the same game, but it's called Air Hockey Extreme, and he's wearing the fucking Midnight Rider outfit. No, that must have been another guy, Daddy. I got a different project for you.
We need some rules.
Mark, 26 years is a really long time.
Yes, it is.
Tell me what you have put into this game over those years. Where are you now?
26 years older.
I quit my job. I decided that, 80% of inventors take their invention to the grave with them. And I decided that that was not going to happen to me. I've sold all my stuff, traded my Saab in for a 92 Volvo station wagon with 300,000 miles, sold my wife's wedding ring.
Oh boy, you've made a
He
series.
sold his wife's wedding ring.
You have made a series of bad decisions, Clarence. Is his name Clarence now? Because in my head,
Mark.
it's Clarence. Mark. Buddy.
Loaded everything up into what I could get in that station wagon and drove to Chicago.
If you sold everything, what do you have now?
My bullet ball table, of course.
I have bullet ball.
Oh no. Oh no. You put all your eggs in the bullet ball basket, huh? Didn't you, pal?
He has bullet ball. But no, someone's gonna pick this up. You'll see.
I don't even have a home to go back to. We're staying in my car.
I sleep under the bullet ball table. I put a little tarp over it.
And then he goes to bed. Bullet ball, that's the bullet
Oh my God, this guy really he really went all out on the bullet ball, didn't he?
Mark, what would happen if we say no?
So this is called American Panhandler, right? Is that what
No,
this is
American
called?
Inventor.
This is called American Guy wheel some broken shit in and then fucking make people pity you and write you a check.
None of them write him a check. This ends the best way possible.
No.
This ends the.
No. Okay, this might actually be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Understand? All my life, I felt like I needed to do something, take the risk, and do something for myself. This ideal is mine. This is my dream come true. It will happen. It was destined to be. And we're going to make it happen one way or the other. And that I guarantee, yes.
My personal thing from me to you is you can lose everything, but whatever you do, please don't lose your mind, because you're not going to make it with this.
Because clearly you're losing your mind. You've lost your mind, sir.
Oh, absolutely. I totally disagree.
It's not going to happen.
It will
not going to
happen.
It won't happen.
I'm telling you, it will happen.
Go get your life back. Go get a job.
I have my invention. And I'm telling you, bullet ball is going to be a success.
I think it's a dream, and I hope it becomes reality, but I don't think it will. I'm going to say no.
I'm a game inventor. I've invented games. I've sold games. I mean, I'm seriously looking at the gameplay here.
You can tell he's a game inventor because he's wearing a wacky Hawaiian shirt.
And it's nice. I played it. I'm sorry, I have to say no.
I'm afraid that you're reliving a great moment in your life and you're trying to relive it. And I hope it doesn't destroy you. I'm really worried about that. But I'm gonna have to say no. I'm sorry. Mark, please.
You
think
told,
about this.
You told us that you've given 26 years of your life to this game. I think that's more of a life than a man can give to a dream. Please get your life back.
Yikes.
I have to say no.
No from all four?
Yeah, it's just
a terrible game.
It's terrible.
This is, you don't understand.
Now he's got to pack up all his bullet balls.
Stupid bullet balls. And he has to go get a dolly.
To bring his stupid table.
Come back to get the table at some point.
I don't know what I'm going to go back to, but 100 years from now, I'll be smiling up in heaven saying, I knew one day it would happen.
Also, bad news, Mark. You won't be getting into heaven on account of all those children you molested.
So it turns out that 1 year, and we've done a little more research. Bullet ball was in the Olympics, the Senior Olympics.
There you go. That's
in like a nursing home once. And
there you go.
If you go to bulletball.com, it's 404s.
Oh, well, I hope when you try to call this guy, he doesn't 404. Did he 404 his life?
No, 444 his life. Guys, thank you for listening. We will be on tomorrow.
I guess.
With
we'll totally be.
Harrison H. Smith on InfoWars at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time after our show. Tonight, I believe I've gotten the okay from everybody. There'll be a Hippo Juice show at 8 p.m. YouTube.com/morelikeradio. And, of course, I want to plug support David's fight against cancer. The link is in the description. If you could give, it would be greatly appreciated. 19 years old, needs all the help he could get. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to Nightwave. We're doing a Nightwave after Hippo Juice, Mike?
Maybe.
Maybe. So that's a solid maybe.
I might, but I might, but I might just like stay up and get really high tonight and play video games.
Got it.
So if you guys are down to just watch me get high and play video games, sure.
Well, what if you get high and we play bullet ball? Thank you guys for listening. We will be back tomorrow. RevengeOfTheSith.com/donate if you want to help us out. See you in less than 24 hours.